So now that we've talked about pH, let's talk about another concept called POH. And where pH stood for the power of hydronium, and remember, hydronium is H3O positive. POH is a scale that means power of hydroxide. And remember, hydroxide means is OH minus. And what type of substances produce hydronium? Acids. And what type of bases produce hydroxide? Bases. But it does turn out that hydronium and hydroxide are both present in a solution simultaneously. And we talked about as the hydronium concentration goes up, then the hydroxide concentration is going to go down, and vice versa. If the hydronium concentration goes down, then the hydroxide concentration will go up. So there's a definite relationship between these two ions in a solution. So typically, with pH, we're focusing in on the hydronium concentration. But since hydroxide concentration is also a part of a solution, we could also put acidity and basicity or alkalinity in terms of hydroxide. And so it turns out that the pH of a solution plus the POH of a solution is equal to 14. That's always equal to 14. And this comes directly from the equation that hydronium concentration times the hydroxide concentration is equal to, is equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 14. Okay, again, you'll notice the 14 there and the 14 there. pH is the negative log of this. POH is the negative log of hydroxide. And if we take the negative log of 1 times 10 to the negative 14, we get just 14. So that's where this is coming from. So if we want to look at POH, how do we calculate POH? So to calculate POH, we're going to do a calculation very similar to pH. The POH is equal to the negative log of the hydroxide concentration. And so if we take the negative log of the hydroxide concentration as opposed to pH, which takes the negative log of the hydronium concentration, if we take the negative log of the hydroxide concentration, then we'll get our POH. So let's do a little example. Let's say that I have a hydroxide concentration of 2.9 times 10 to the negative 4 molar. And we want to know what is the POH. So to do this problem, we're going to use the POH equation. The POH equation is the negative log of 2.9 times 10 to the negative 4. And then you'll need to do that on your calculator. So we're going to plug in negative log and 2.9 times 10 to the negative 4. And so when we do plug that into the calculator, we get a value of 3.54 for our POH. And so you'll notice our POH is low. It's less than 7. And for POH less than 7, sorry about that. POH less than 7 is a base. Bases have a POH of less than 7, whereas on the pH scale are greater than 7. If you have a POH greater than 7, then that is equal to an acid. So it's just the flip of the pH scale. Less than 7 is a base, greater than 7 is an acid. And then of course we can interconvert between POH and pH because we know the pH plus the POH is equal to 14. So if I plug in the POH in this equation, pH plus 3.54 equals 14, I can easily solve for the pH by taking 14 minus 3.54 and getting 10.46. And that gives us our pH. And notice that this is in a basic pH range, and on the POH scale, it was also in a basic POH range. So that's POH in a nutshell, and I hope that helps you out.